Okay. First of all, I just want to say that for me to have for God giving me this message, it's really not a message, it's teaching, not preaching, but it's a lesson. And I had to go through personal experience, not only before I got back to God, but recently, to have this message. And I went on a rant, and then I screenshotted it and put it on Instagram. For those of you that, did you read it?
Yeah.
That was just a preview of what's going to happen. Okay. So, going to school and being in school and being a Christian. A lot of things are thrown at us. Peer pressure is thrown at us. Drugs, homosexuality. But the one that I really, those are all big problems, but the one I stress the most is what you say at school and what you do at school. Your actions and your words. Because we are to be in the world, not of the world.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be the light in it. And my rant, basically, I'm going to read it as soon as I get some scripture into this. And going through personal experience of this battle, I needed people to pray for it, because I have very close friends doing what they know they shouldn't have been doing. Saying things they shouldn't have been saying. And that's hard on me, because I have to sit by those people. And they know it's wrong, because they're so-called Christians too. And so after my rant, there was a change in some hearts today. But it was still a little bit of an awkward feeling, because they felt like it probably was aimed at them, but it wasn't. It was aimed toward everyone that follows me on Instagram. And I would have posted it on Facebook, but I just didn't have the time because I had homework, which Jennifer said, that's why I was stressed, because I just had a lot of school things going on. So that being said, if you have your Bible, you don't have to stand. It's all right. Turn to, let me get my Bible. Turn to Colossians 4:6. Colossians, I say Colossians. It's 4:6. Say amen for me.
Amen.
I'm going to go ahead and read it. It reads, "Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man." To me, that, when I try to put that in a representation, plain English, I like to say, when you read the Bible, is let your words come out Christian, and to let every man know what you stand for. And what they say to you, if you know it's wrong, stand up for it. Don't just let it go by, go in one ear and out the other, especially if they're your friends. And then the next verse, you don't have to look it up if you don't want to, is Ephesians 4:29. "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that is may minister grace unto your hearers." That's my main problem, is hearing things, and it's not just profanity, because the people, I don't think the people that say the stuff around me that they know they shouldn't say, they don't really use profanity, but they use dirty talks, filthy jokes, and they know that it's wrong. We all know it's wrong. And it made me, I called somebody asking for advice, should I try to help this person? Because to me, this is a testimony for myself coming out of what I did. The devil stole everything from me. He stole my joy, my happiness. And then I still claim to be a Christian when I was going to school, cussing, saying stuff, you know, and the thing is, I'm guilty of it as well. But I'm not saying that I am perfect. I still make mistakes, but I don't do that anymore. But what I said on my rant was that everything that you say, everything bad you say, you're going out, you're representing yourself, your family, your church, and God. You're giving yourself, your family, your church, and God a bad reputation. Not God a bad reputation, because God is undeserving of a bad reputation. God can get a bad reputation. But you're letting people, your peers, the lost, going out and giving yourself the title Christian when you're saying all those bad things, and you're going out and you're letting the lost and the backslider think it's okay to do whatever you want to, and then go to church on Sundays and expect to get into heaven when you leave this world before God comes back, or when God comes back. And that's false, because that is a sin. You know, it may not be on the, I haven't memorized the 10 Commandments. Really, when I left church and when I left God, I gave up on everything and I forgot my ways. I forgot everything that I knew. And so this was really stressful on me to try to come up with this. But going through it myself and then seeing my friends go through it was a whole different thing. Now that I look back on it, I know it was wrong. But when you hear it come out of your friend's mouth, it's very heartbreaking. It brought tears to my eyes. You know, I'm a very emotional person, but, you know, usually something like this won't bother me if I hear somebody. But when it comes out of your friend's mouth, there's just something about it that makes your stomach turn. And then after that, hearing that, everything walking through the hallways that was said that was bad made my stomach want to turn. And it made me come to realize that a lot of Christian kids in the school, they are put under peer pressure. I've been put under peer pressure. They are put through things and put through trials, and they just want to fit in. Well, I don't say fit in. I would rather be part of something better than fitting in. Having a good church family like I do. Coming from a good family life like I do. Having a good Christian background like I do. And to be part of something even bigger when we leave this world, and that is to walk in the kingdom of God. To leave this world. And it really, you know, and I can't stress enough how heartbroken I was. But I was going to teach on something else, but I knew that after having to think on this, and after going through what I have been through lately, that this is what God wanted me to touch on. And we are supposed to have clean communication. That's the Christian way. And the Bible also says, don't let your gift be evil spoken of.
Amen.
You know? And what I said on my rant was, I will read the entire rant, piece by piece, in my conclusion. But what I said was, in plain English, means don't let something bad you say contradict the good within you. And I put parentheses, Jesus. Because when you contradict the good within you, Jesus, you're letting people think that if I have Jesus, it's all right to sin. And it's not. And I didn't get as many likes because I felt like after my followers read it, that some of them felt a little condemned or convicted by it. So they decided not to like it. I didn't get as many likes as I usually do on my stuff. So, all we can do is pray for those people. But I did see an attitude change in the people that I know that saw it and didn't like it. A lot of them were nicer. A lot of them didn't talk as bad as they, usually started. And I feel like it's just that stage in life for every teenager They want to fit in. They don't want to be peculiar or weird. Well, we are peculiar people. And they just don't, I don't think they understand how awesome that is to be different, you know, in a holy way different from everybody else. It means that you're good, you're moral, and it means that you know everything that is bad is bad. And so, what I'm trying to say is, you know, I don't know if anybody here is dealing with this, but as a Christian, you can't pick and choose when and where you want to be a Christian at.
Amen.
It's a 24/7 gig. It's not something you can just say, I'm a Christian, and, you know, go say something bad and then try to witness somebody. Go say something bad